Hello, so this is Egregious. Welcome to the channel. This is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. This is just one of those things that bubbles up from my chest that I need to put out there somewhere. And so essentially, have you ever met anyone that describes themselves as I'm an ideas guy? I'm more of a big picture guy. Because I've known a few of these folks in my time. I used to have a close friend who described himself this way. This was back when I was running my online browser based role playing game, The Omniverse. And I would have a lot of people that wanted to contribute ideas. They had all these incredible, in their mind, ideas that would make the game better, and they wanted to make them happen. I couldn't make them happen because if I implemented all the ideas that people wanted to implement, the game would be a mess of confusing mix matched systems that didn't cohesively work together under the umbrella of a single cohesive vision. And a lot of these people felt that they were owed the right to have these ideas be front and center. Ultimately, this was a contributing factor in why the site went down because there were people that wanted power and they wanted their ideas heard, but they didn't want to put in the footwork to like the grunt work to get those ideas off the ground. They wanted to be a producer. They wanted to say, okay, here's the idea. Now and you write this, make it. And I had to explain to them all these people that seem to think that I just somehow magically got into this position of running a game, running a website, and that this was something that they could do just as well. Here's what they didn't understand is that if you want to make an idea happen, you have to be the one to do all the grunt work. Nobody else is going to do all that grunt work for you. So in the case of my site, I was the one who learned how to set up this forum software. I was the one who found the mods that would do what I wanted to do with the forum software. I was the one who wrote all of the rules, drafted them, got feedback, wrote second drafts, and so on. I was the one who went to different forums across the internet advertising my site, working out affiliate links so that I could link to their site and they could link to mine, letting people know about it. And I was the one who busted my ass for a year, most of the first 2 years of the site, running the site, explaining to people the rules, answering all the questions in the forum. This was all the grunt work. This is all the shitty level work that nobody wants to have to do because they're more skilled at the ideas. But what you don't understand is that if you don't do the grunt work, you will never get to be sitting in that director producer chair. If you want to be a Hollywood producer, you don't start asking people, "Hey, can I produce your movie? Hey, I've got some ideas from your movie that you could then make. Do you want to do that? You want to just let me decide the ideas for your film or your game?" No, no. The reason people bust their ass is because they have their own ideas that they want to bring to life. That these ideas that are really important to them, and everyone has these ideas. There are far, far more ideas than there are games, films, books with those ideas in them because making stuff is hard. Everybody wants to be a game designer or a writer or a popular YouTuber, but don't nobody want to learn to code or learn to edit videos or do all the boring, difficult shit that stands in the way between you and your dream. And I think it's kind of a filter as well. Because if you don't care enough about your dream to do that difficult shit, then there's 100 other people who are. So you might as well sit down, let somebody else step up. that's not meant to discourage anyone. It's really meant to say, like, if you are one of these people, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but nobody else is going to do the work for you. You have to be the one to get down on the ground and learn. And that's the rough part, because nobody's born knowing how to edit or code or any of those things. And that's what means that you're going to succeed if you do those things. If you do those things, you will mark yourself as different from the rest. And that is what is going to set you apart and hopefully make you one of the winners. You can't just do what everyone else is doing. So, my old friend, if you're still out there, still waiting for somebody to recognize your talent and put you up in that producer's chair, then you're going to be waiting a long time if you're not willing to get down on the ground and dig out those trenches yourself. Or else you better be having a lot of money from other things, because you know what? You can do those things if you have a lot of money, but most of us don't, and that's not an option for this. For us. Anyway, that's just a little rant that I've had boiling within my chest for a while. If you like this video, if you like my content, please give me a like or a subscribe. I have the Twitters, which is mostly for shit posting. So if you like shit posting, follow my Twitter or whatever. Like I'm not gonna lie, I fucking hate Twitter. I think it's a steaming shithole. But there are some good memes on there. And if you curate yourself properly, it can be an interesting place. I don't really care about platforms. I just care about communities and people. So if that's your thing, that's your thing. Thank you for watching and have yourself a great day.